Science fiction was always a film genre that nobody took seriously. They had laughable effects and story settings that did not seem relatable to an audience. Terminator 2 Judgment Day changed the way science fiction was done. James Cameron directed this film to have very real practical effects and state-of-the-art CGI for 1991. The film takes place in 1990s California, following John Connor, a juvenile adolescent living in foster care because his mother, Sarah Connor, is in a mental institution. It has been 10 years since the events of the first Terminator. Sarah Connor had been physically training her body and also training in the use of weapons and military tactics during this time. Linda Hamilton, the actor for Sarah, trained with members of a commando unit so that her performance would be more believable during action scenes. The real stars are the Terminators, and their battles with each other. Arnold Schwarzenegger, the T-800, and Robert Patrick, the more advanced T-1000. The T-800 is sent back in time to protect John Connor because he will be important in the upcoming war with the machines 30 years in the future. The T-1000 is sent back in time by the machines to eliminate John Connor by any means necessary. These cyborgs engage in battles on multiple occasions, with the T-1000 having a large advantage over Arnold due to the T-1000 having liquid metal properties. It can manipulate its arms into sharp stabbing weapons and repair itself from virtually any damage. After an intense chase scene where the T-1000 pursues John with a truck, he meets Arnold. John learns that his mother was right about the Terminators being real and orders Arnold to help break her out of the mental institution because the T-1000 has marked Sarah for termination. After an altercation in a parking lot, Arnold nearly kills an innocent bystander, and this freaks John out. He orders Arnold not to kill anyone from that point on. This is ironic because Arnold is a Terminator and is a programmed killing machine, but this also shows the beginning of how Arnold becomes more human and more of a father figure to John. Throughout the film, John forms a bond with the T-800. Arnold starts to become the father figure John never had. John also realizes his life is important because he is supposed to become a great military leader in the future. After this, Sarah starts her plan to escape from the mental hospital. There is a scene that shows parallels to the first Terminator film. Sarah is running towards an elevator and Arnold walks out of it. The scene becomes slow motion and shows Sarah having some intense PTSD. After all, this is the same machine that was trying to kill her in the previous film. Arnold speaks the iconic line,
"Come with me if you want to live."
Which then John snaps her out of her panic. Meanwhile, the T-1000 has already infiltrated the facility and chases them. A chase scene occurs, and they all barely escape. Sarah continues to watch Arnold and John bond. It is these scenes that develop this cyborg death machine into the loving father that John never had. While on the run, Sarah learns the history of Skynet from Arnold. He tells her that Miles Dyson is an employee of Cyberdyne and is the creator of a neural net processor that would lead to the creation of Skynet, an AI-based platform that would become self-aware and pledge to destroy humanity. Sarah becomes enraged by this and drives off by herself. After locating Dyson's home, she attempts to kill Dyson by herself, but when she gets up closer, after a failed sniper attempt, she sees that Dyson has a family. Sarah sees herself acting just like a Terminator, killing a target no matter the cost. She stops the assassination when John and Arnold arrive. Arnold tears off the skin on his arm, showing Dyson what his creation would become. Dyson agrees to destroy everything in his office, and the crew heads to Cyberdyne. With the help of Arnold and Sarah, they non-lethally neutralize security. All the research and the processor are rounded up and are linked to C4 explosives. Security is tripped off by a silent alarm, and a SWAT team shows up. Arnold has no issue driving the SWAT team away with an arsenal of heavy weapons. The T-1000 finds out their location by police radio. The remaining crew has no choice but to run, which then an epic chase occurs. Again, the chase finale peaks with the T-1000 pursuing our heroes with a stolen helicopter. T-1000 crashes the helicopter while trying to fly it under a bridge. The chase ends up in an industrial warehouse with a pool of molten lava. The Terminators partake in hand-to-hand combat with the T-1000 outclassing Arnold with its liquid metal abilities. The CGI effects here outclass the ones used in the first Terminator film by far. In the Cyborgs vs. Cyborg, they both throw punches and slam each other into heavy machinery. T-1000 neutralizes Arnold with a large piece of machinery and goes after John. Sarah battles the T-1000 with a 12-gauge shotgun, nearly launching him into a pool of lava. Sarah depletes her ammo, and the T-1000 repairs himself instantly. Seems like the heroes have lost. But of course Arnold is alive. He launches a grenade right into the T-1000, following a large explosion. The T-1000 wails with a satanic-sounding shriek, which heavily implies how evil the Terminator is. It falls into the lava and is permanently melted and is then destroyed. The antagonist is defeated. However, Arnold informs Sarah and John that inside of each Terminator there is a neural net processor. It has to be destroyed in order for the threat of Skynet to be completely gone. John protests, but Arnold comforts John by stating to him,
I know now why you cry, but it's something I can never do.
This is one of the most human moments for Arnold. John embraces Arnold with a hug, and this shows that John really does love the T-800 as a father, and it is really a touching moment. John then has to lower Arnold into the lava because Terminators cannot self-terminate. Arnold gives John a thumbs up as he is lowered into the lava, and is utterly terminated.